I lost £1,400 my first month I arrived in the UK. When I remember this, I keep thinking about what I could have done with this money, this amount of money. Probably converting this £1,400 into Ghana cedis, this huge amount of money, would have bought me a plot of land. But I lost it all my first month I came to the UK. This is the story I'm going to share with you in this video. How did I have to lose £1,400 as a new overseas nurse here in the UK? One thing I said to myself was I was not going to tell anybody this. I was going to keep it to myself, but I feel like I need to share it because every story has got a moral lesson to learn from. And for me, I've always said that I want my story to inspire people. I want my people to learn from the mistakes I've made so that at the end of the day, probably they can put themselves right on the path to success. So, I mean, if not for anything, if you're a new overseas and then you are listening to this story, I believe that by the end of it all, you'll be able to learn something great from here that you can take charge of your money. If today is your first time seeing my channel, obviously my name is Setstaf Majima. You can simply call me Kobe. What I do is that I share stories about UK nursing, about lifestyle, and any other thing I believe will add value to humanity. So if today is your first time, I officially welcome you on here. But I believe you've not subscribed yet, so hit the subscribe button right under this video and then become part of the family so that we learn together. On the 3rd of June, I arrived in the UK. You know, I knew that the journey to financial freedom has started because back home, the conception was probably anyone who has a chance to travel to the UK or to travel abroad apparently becomes wealthy. But you know, when I came in here, I felt like, well, I was going to be paid huge amounts of money. Comparing that to where I'm coming from, I was going to earn more. And then even if I should do the conversion, probably have to spend the money back in Ghana, it was going to be huge. I was a happy man, of course. But come to think of it, when I was in Ghana, there were some stuff that I was doing. Apparently, I could do research works for people and then charge them for it. I could graphic design, probably post myself on social media, people patronize my services and a whole lot of that. I could sell some stuff all by myself. So there were some things that I was doing that were generating money for me. I didn't have to rely solely on my salary. But then when I came in here, I realized that the time I have wouldn't permit me to be doing all these stuff. I can't do graphic design as I used to do when I was in Ghana. I can't do research works for people. And even if I should do it and then charge, looking at the value of our money back home and the value of the pounds here, I don't think it's worth it. I would have felt like maybe taking an extra shift or something like that rather than sitting up and then doing a research work for somebody. So I felt like, what other investment opportunities can I do despite the fact that I can't do research, I can't actively graphic design and a lot of that. So the idea of ensuing an online business came to mind, and that is where the wahala started. And I believe that if you're a new overseas nurse, you may be thinking of what investment opportunities can I get here in the UK that I can invest my money in, because I always say that the nursing salary is not enough. It's up to you to look out for other avenues that can help you grow the salary you get, okay? And that is the idea that came to mind. Where can I invest my money that at the end of the day I can possibly reap interest, profit, and just to ease that kind of pressure that may mount on my salary? There, starting a business online came to mind. So the very first month where I actively worked on the word, I was paid £1,300. That was in July. In June, what happened was, because I worked just 2 weeks, I was paid I think £600. So looking at the £1,300 plus £600 or something like £1,900 I had in my account. Well, I think after buying food stuff, buying some clothes for myself, it was left with £1,600 in my account. So I was like, am I going to allow this money sit in the bank account just like that without any interest? No, because for what I know, probably to grow your money you have to invest it. So I kept thinking, what investment opportunity can I put my money in? So one fateful day, I was watching a YouTube video when an advert popped up. It was about a man lamenting on how you can start an online business right at the comfort of your home and then be earning an appreciable amount of money. So looking at the presentation of the advert, I felt that the business was promising, so I decided to give it a try. Yeah, so 2 days after, I decided to join his webinar and I became more and more convinced. Now I was ready to go into it. I was ready to invest an amount of money into this online business because, as I said, I wanted a way to ease the pressure on my salary, and just looking at my £1,600 sitting in the account just like that wasn't something I was happy about. So I had to take action. I know at this juncture the question you're asking is, what was this online business about? I'm going to tell you. You see, it was about reviewing other people's products and then promoting it. So what happened was, there was this online site that people have uploaded the products that they have on there. Now, so when you get to the site and then you review, you go through the product and then you are happy, what you have to do is to reach out to the person who made the product and say, your name is this and that, this is what you do, and then you're happy to promote their products. Now, once they get a message, it's up to them to decide as to whether they want you to do that or not. If they're happy for you to go ahead and promote their product, they will send you the product link. In order to partake in this online business, I had to pay £1,400, which meant that I had only £200 to live on for the rest of the month. Now, the question you're asking is, why should I pay somebody for promoting his own product? Ideally, it's this person who is supposed to pay me for promoting a product, because at the end of the day, when people buy the product, it's the one who will be getting the money. And then probably if he has to pay me, it will be much more of a commission. For me, the main reason why I paid these huge sums of money was for the fact that I had the impression that once this money is paid, apparently I'll be giving the product. They will ship the product to me for me to sell or for me to use and see as to whether they are worth it or not. But that wasn't the case. What I would say is that it's not bad joining an online business, but before you invest your money into it, just make sure that you understand the nitty-gritties of it. Make sure you have asked a lot of questions about it and you are fully convinced. And for me, that is the mistake I made. I never asked a lot of questions. It's like, once the whole thing was described to me, I felt it was promising, it was much more convincing, and that if I should invest this money into it, apparently I'm going to reap a lot of benefit. But that wasn't the case. I waited for the products, but they never came. So what happened was, I reached out to this man and he was like, the £1,400 I've paid is for him to be teaching me how to be successful in this business. So he had a platform that had videos and lessons about how to excel in this business on there. So what I had to do was to create an account on this platform and then start watching the videos. Then secondly, what he said was that I had 3 months to probably leverage him to be successful in the business. What this means is that he was going to post a product link, probably which is for me, on his platform, so that if anyone buys that product, I'll get a commission. And the other thing he mentioned was that, you see, it's not easy to get the product link from a producer. So to make it much more easy for me, what happened was he was going to leverage for that for me, and that was part of the £1,400. So what this means is that when I get to the platform and I want to promote a product, what I have to do is that just click on the product and say, I'm a member of this person's committee or this person's group, and that I'm willing to promote your product. So once the producer sees the name of this person, apparently he's likely or he's happy to give me the product link so that I can put it wherever, in my video or wherever I want to put it. And once people click on it and then they buy it, I get a commission. So at this juncture, a whole lot of questions kept running in my mind. So how was I going to make the £1,400 and then profit in addition? How was I going to get this money back? Because I remember he made mention of the fact that this money was non-refundable. So when I understood the context of the business, I lost interest. And the other thing is that most of the products I was meant to promote were not products I have used before. And the question I asked myself is, what if I promote this product and someone buys it, and at the end of the day, it's not worth what this person saw in the video, or it's not worth what was described in the video. I was looking at this business in terms of my values, because I felt like to be able to promote a product, I should have used it. Now, another thing that stabbed me so hard in the heart was for the fact that I was making money for this man in double folds. First of all, I paid £1,400 out of my £1,600 that was in my bank account. Secondly, I had to showcase his products to people for them to buy. I also got to realize that most of the products we were promoting belonged to him. So in actual sense, he charged me to teach me how to promote his own products. I mean, it is what it is. I think it's something I've learned a lot from. If not for anything, probably if I want to learn on an online business, I get a chance to ask questions. So, I mean, it's sometimes painful, but I've got not to complain. So, I've got 2 questions for you. The first one is, what lesson have you learned from my story? Leave that in the comment section. Have you ever been in a similar situation? Leave that in the comment section. Thank you for watching me. See you in my next video.